I finally mustered the courage to end my 2-year relationship with Alex. The months of constant arguments had taken their toll, and I knew it was time to focus on my studies at Temple University. It wasn't an easy decision. Alex had always seemed so sweet and harmless. After our last conversation, I blocked him on all platforms, hoping to create a clean break and move forward with my life. To immerse myself in something positive, I took on the responsibility of editing and submitting a crucial group project. Settling into my small apartment near campus, an older building with creaky floors and thin walls, I dedicated myself to the task. The hum of my laptop became a comforting backdrop during late-night editing sessions. Occasionally, I'd hear noises outside my second-floor window, footsteps, maybe even whispers, but I dismissed them as the usual sounds of city life. After countless hours of meticulous work, I finally completed the project. Just before the deadline, I submitted the video to my professor, feeling a wave of relief wash over me. It felt good to accomplish something meaningful on my own. Little did I know, the technological tools I relied on would soon become avenues for invasion, leading to a breach of my privacy that I couldn't have anticipated. The day of the presentation arrived, and I walked into the lecture hall with a mixture of nerves and excitement. Our group project was finally complete, and I was eager to see our hard work displayed. As the professor connected his laptop to the projector and opened the file I had emailed, I settled into my seat. But as the screen lit up, confusion turned to horror. Instead of our project, a disturbing and inappropriate video played. Gasps and whispers filled the room as my classmates turned to stare at me. My face burned with embarrassment, and my heart pounded in my chest. I knew I had submitted the correct file. How could this be happening? Shaken, I fled the lecture hall and found a quiet corner to check my email. My hands trembled as I logged in and saw unfamiliar sent messages. It became clear that my account had been hacked. With growing dread, I checked my Snapchat and found that strangers were adding me, sending back my own private photos. Panic set in as I realized the extent of the invasion. My personal information and images were out there, shared anonymously on online forums. The technological environment that I relied on every day had become a conduit for someone to harass and humiliate me. Desperate for help, I contacted the police. They questioned Alex, who admitted to posting my private information online out of spite, but denied hacking into my accounts or replacing the project video. His betrayal cut deep, exacerbating my vulnerability and fear. The authorities, however, were unable to provide substantial assistance due to a lack of evidence. I felt utterly helpless as my personal life spiraled out of control. The sense of security I once had was shattered, and I grappled with overwhelming feelings of anxiety and isolation. After leaving the police station, I felt a deep sense of helplessness. The officers had listened to my story, taken notes, and even questioned Alex. He admitted to posting my private information on anonymous forums, but denied hacking my accounts or tampering with the project video. Without concrete evidence, the authorities told me there was little they could do. Their words offered no comfort. The realization that I might have to face this threat alone intensified my anxiety. That evening, back in my apartment, I tried to focus on my coursework, but my mind was elsewhere. A notification flashed on my phone, a new message on Snapchat from an unfamiliar username. Hesitant, I opened it and felt my stomach drop. It was a compromising photo of me, one that was never meant to be public. A flood of similar images followed, each more invasive than the last. A chilling message accompanied them. I have more. Watch yourself. Fear gripped me as I grasped the full extent of the threat. This was no longer just about online harassment. Someone was deliberately targeting and tormenting me. Sleep became elusive. Every creak of the old building set my nerves on edge. The footsteps outside my second-floor window seemed more frequent, each one a reminder of my growing paranoia. Shadows cast by passing cars played tricks on my eyes, and I found myself peering through the curtains at all hours. The once comforting noises of city life had transformed into a sinister soundtrack to my isolation. My academic life began to unravel. I skipped classes, unable to face my peers or the whispers I was sure were circulating. Assignments went unfinished, and emails from concerned professors piled up. Friends reached out, but I withdrew, fearing they couldn't understand or might become targets themselves. The harassment continued unchecked, and with each passing day, the possibility of a resolution seemed more distant. I was trapped in a relentless cycle of fear and uncertainty, left to wonder if I would ever regain control over my life.